Good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're tuning in from. It's your favorite girls, and you know what time it is. It's one-ish on a Monday afternoon. It is Dream Do Done, your accountability podcast with the How To Coach herself, Tamara Hartley, the Pulpit Chick, Serena Brown Travis, and me, Dr. Stacey N.C. Grant, the Chief Faithpreneur. Thank you for tuning in, joining, and being a part of our show each and every week. We appreciate you being here. Season 3. My girlfriend's are better than yours. Okay, let me behave. Welcome everybody to the show. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host so they can greet you on this March 15th, March Madness. I thought the weather was going up. And then all of a sudden it went down. It was like 25 degrees this morning, dear Lord. But I still went out and did my 3 miles. So I know I've been changed. But welcome, my love. Sarah Hartley, over to you, How To Coach.
Oh my goodness. She says we're going to behave. Why start now?
Already.
Long days. Why today? No, hello everyone. It is so great to be here today. I hope you all had a fabulous week. We were talking before the show. It's been a very productive week. We have some things in the works collectively and individually. So I'm just really excited about today's show, today's topic, and really moving forward with what we all have on the agenda for this year.
Absolutely. A Pulpit Chick, come on and bless us, girl.
Hey, well, listen, I am so, first of all, happy to be alive. Happy to be in the service one more time. Didn't have to let me lit up this place.
We go ahead, church.
Listen, happy Monday. Now, let me tell you, you are not kidding about it still being a little nippy in the air. Somehow or another, my weather app said it would be like 56. So my husband and I thought we would be cute and go outside with no coats on. That wind whipped up, and I was like, oh, I should have committed to wearing a coat. Like, I don't know who we think we are. But nonetheless, it's just good to be here, to be with you all, to share. And I don't think you all heard Tamara Hartley correctly. She didn't say she's happy to share about the show. She said she's excited to share about this year. So, I gotta listen to their words very carefully. So, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. You're about to get your goals set out for you for the whole year, along with an action plan. The How To Coach said not just for today's episode, the whole year.
The whole entire year. You're going to get your life. Oh my goodness. I love it. And we're serious about it because we keep sharing with you, the fact that we have tools available. So you get us one-ish on a Monday, but you can go on ahead and reserve your seat for our masterclass. So you go to dreamdodone.com and you can go ahead and get that on the docket for you, or scroll on down our website and go ahead and get your journal. So we want to shout out one of our very faithful listeners to the show who actually purchased her journal while we were on air, I believe, the last time. So that was pretty cool. And then guess what? She actually posted about it. How about that? So we want to shout her out, and we appreciate that not only did she get it, she knows that it's adding value. So, Rashunda, drum roll to you, darling. Thank you so much for purchasing your journal. And it's beyond the purchase, right? So we're happy for you, and we're doing the applause because I got to do it manually today. I don't know what's going on by effects. So
We'll give you a round of applause.
We give you a round of applause, and we definitely want you to utilize it. Oh, she's here. Okay. All right. So you're seeing your shout out. We're giving you your shout out. Absolutely. We're so glad that you got it. And your girls are listening. Well, hello to your girls. We appreciate the fact that they have tuned in as well, and they're watching Mommy's example, because the three of us are mothers, wives, and those are the two of the important jobs in our world, right? We're running businesses and we're doing all this amazing work, but charity begins at home. So we have to make sure that we are being good stewards of what we have and modeling behavior that our children can see. and appreciate. So I'm excited to hear that. So we're going to dig right in to today's show. Since you have your journal, tell the girls and yourself to turn to consistent action plus extended time equals maximum results. It's about almost halfway through. It's one of our big subject areas. As you can see how the journal is laid out, it gives you a chance to hear a big idea, to get an additional thought, focus on gratitude, and then start the work. So we made it such that it is user friendly, and you get to write in the week that you're working on. And when you turn the page, you can see how we've structured it for your declaration and your affirmation, that week's accountability, the projects you're working on, the people you're connecting with, your priorities, follow-up items. I mean, you even have doodle area for inspiration. I mean, girl, whose journal is better than ours? I'm just saying. So I'm going to read my quote after Tara gives her point.
So just real quick, so Brashandra said her girls are on. I just want to give a shout out to her daughter who had a fundraiser for a sweatshirt that she designed. And I actually bought one of the sweatshirts. So mine is here. So I just wanted to share her design.
Oh, wait, you got to take a picture of that.
You are bold. You are smart. What's the other one say? You are bold. You are smart.
You are bold,
you are beautiful.
You are smart.
You are beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love it.
So I want to give a shout out. I love when young people take initiative and do things.
Yes.
My daughter was listening. I'm like, all right, I brought your shirt as well, your sweatshirt.
Oh, wait. You have to send me a picture. Is there a website? Let's pull it up.
You know what, Brashandra, if you could leave us a note in the comments, I'm not sure if
Yes.
it's one or if it's over, or if it's the next phase of it. She said she is screaming.
Well, that's what we do. We just don't talk about it. This is who we are. Okay. So that's awesome. Please send me the link if it's not over. I would love to support. And, you know, one day we'll all wear our sweatshirts here on the show. You know, that's how you get your 5 minutes or 10 minutes of fame.
Yes. Wait, she said, and I did it on my birthday. Absolutely. Yeah. You know, it doesn't stop when we're supporting our young people. She sent me the link and I said, you know what? I will do it. She said, it's midnight tonight. I said, oh, let me go do it now.
Very good. Very good.
Well, that is awesome. That's what it's about. Dream, do, done. You know, our young people need to know there really are no limits. We start dreaming with no limits as children. And as we become adults and grow, then we start letting the noise of the world put limits on what we can do. We need to have that same desire to go out there and do. You know, my two sons, both of them are entrepreneurs. They both have multiple things going on. I can't even keep up with my youngest one. Like, I keep my eye on him. I'm like, what'd you do? Oh, I filed some stuff. I'm seeing stuff coming to his account. I'm like, what is this kid doing? Oh, man, Jenkins. But they watch. And they learn. And when you expose them, it gives them an opportunity to really think beyond any limitations that we put on ourselves. Hey, Captain Brown, good to see you. Thank you for tuning in. So we're getting into the quote. Everyone that has their book, open up your book. And we're going into consistent action. This is my formula. This is a formula that I created for our Faithpreneur community, but I share it everywhere I go because it's the formula that I know works. Consistent action plus extended time equals maximum results. So write down the formula if you don't have your book. Consistent action plus extended time equals maximum result. Okay, can you repeat the section? So it's right in the, if you go, I think it's like 4 in, you'll see it, Brashunda. Just scroll almost to the middle of the book near the spine. And then you'll see it there. So thanks for asking. Oh, I just love it. So we made this user friendly so you could really make the edits, and we didn't want it to be ingrained that you couldn't change it. And let's tell the truth. You started in the journal and then you didn't continue the next week. We're not here to judge you. You can just put the right week in and keep going. We wanted it to be user friendly for you so you keep going back to it and you can make notes and edits and actually compare where you are going through the months. So commitment shows up in your behavior. I'm going to let Serena read this because I'm passionate about this part. And I actually teach about commitment showing up in your behavior, but I'm going to let the pulpit chick put a little anointing on it and read it.
Well, everybody say commitment. No, I'm just
Turn to your neighbor and say commitment.
See. All right, let me. You know what? I don't know why I'm acting like I ain't got good sense. All right, here we go. Commitment. Commitment shows up in your behavior. All of us have dreams, but how many of us are committed to moving those dreams into doing tangible actions in order to get them done? The race, oh, come on, Stacy. The race isn't given to the swift, but to those who endure. Just how committed are you? And Stacy, let me just say, I love this. I felt a little scripture come up in there. But more importantly, when we look at commitment, all of us have issues with commitment. I mean, all of us have said we're going to work out. In January, we're going to lose 30 pounds. And then, when we look at consistent action, well, by January 3rd, we now fell off. Extended time has gone by, and we have not there a result. But what I appreciate, especially for my team here, for my sisters here, is that you all are committed to each of our success, on top of you all being committed to your own success. And so Stacy and I can both attest that Tamara Hartley, about 2-3 weeks ago, she called us. She had fire lit under her buns, and we were just like, okay, we're with you. We're moving with you. We're committed with you. And we have time to get it done. So I know pretty soon, I joked around earlier about, Tamara saying, us setting out our goals and plans for this year. She's dead serious. She already told us what we were doing this year. Stephen, down 22 pounds. Yes, you are committed, sir. Congratulations.
I'm down 35.
Okay.
I love it. I saw a meme the other day, and it was funny. It says we are three months from summer and bikini season, and so the lady was crying, and she was cooking one noodle, took the noodle out, put it on the plate, put some salt on it.
Commitment, baby.
But the lesson was you could have been committed all year, but no, you had to wait 3 months.
3 months before
we gotta do drastic stuff.
Well, we're gonna let God do it for us.
Nothing works unless you do. And this is an accumulation from last year into this year. Just making the commitment, right? To stay focused. Like even this morning, I was so annoyed when I looked at my phone and it said 25 degrees. I'm like, say what? We just had this beautiful weather. What do you mean 25 degrees? And, I was on I prayed with one of my prayer partners on Monday mornings. And I said, girl, let me just bundle up and go out there. And I went out 25 degrees and I did my 3 miles, right? Because I can't make excuses. If I keep making excuses, then you're not doing consistent action plus an extended period of time. There might be a day where you just can't do it the same way, but do something. That's the goal, is that's how you get consistent action. If you're doing something, maybe it might not be 3 miles tomorrow. It might be 15 minutes, but there's a commitment that there's something done, and you do that over an extended period of time. Then you get to the maximum results. Then you can really look and say, oh my gosh, you really made an impact. You see the difference. You feel better. You're breathing better. Your posture is different. That's just with weight loss, or I should say healthy living, because it's not about the weight for me. It's about staying consistent. All these programs that I always add things to keep me honest, right? Because I know the areas where I have the challenge, and it's important to just keep moving, keep doing something, drinking more water. You can make that change immediately, even if you don't move at all. So it's about how do you keep up that action. That's why that formula is so critically important to the work that we do, because we're here reminding you of the very thing you said you want to do. Absolutely. We're not here to give you new information. We're reminding you of the promise you said to yourself, and we're holding you accountable to it. You drop those pounds. Yes. Yeah. Oh, girl, Captain Brown does our Tuesday challenge for our SEQ moves. Girl, them challenges are serious. She got squats, planks, and I'm proud of myself. I'm even planking longer. Like I'm doing push-ups. My husband has me doing resistance training. I'm like, summertime come. Y'all ain't gonna be able.
all that worldly movement right there.
Oh Lord!
So now you're calling her Captain Brown?
Yes, she's retired captain for the Army. Yes.
Maybe we can see if we can get her on the show. We may have to switch our cameras so we can all plank and work out with her.
Oh, her workouts are serious. We'll have to figure that out, Captain Brown, and get you on here. She said, not weight release, not weight loss, right? Because then it seems like you want it back. It's true. Because I've been down the road of losing over 40 pounds and then they came back with friends. So, really release it, bless and release them so they don't come back. But we're using physical activity as one example. But this in the journal is here for a reason. And thank you, Stephen, for shouting out. You better go ahead. We ain't going to be able to stand you, Stephen, walking in 22 pounds lighter. I see you in these streets, my brother. But it's about the behavior. And commitment shows up in your behavior. I tell people all the time, consistency and discipline. Those are two of the things that my husband teaches the children. Well, I can't even call them the young men in the Boy Scouts, right? And my sons can repeat it over and over, like, yeah, we get it, right? We get it, Dad, we get it. But it's important to understand that any outcome you want requires the commitment and the consistent behavior to see the result. It just doesn't come out of the sky and you're like, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. Like, how did they do that? They did it because they kept doing it.
Yeah.
And they refine and fine tune it so that they can get the results that they see. So she said she loves to come on the show.
Fantastic. We'd love to have you. Listen, I need to do some planks.
Stephen's getting ready for another marathon because, he ran marathons. And that's part of his real passion work is the Live Run or Run Live organization. I always get it backwards, Stephen. But basically, he started a running group. And it was about helping people with their health and doing the running. Now, I do walk and run. I started sprinting a little bit. Girl, I did my little Apple Fitness. I looked at my time. I was like, okay.
But, Stacey, you said something that was really key. Because when you do a little bit and you start seeing some of the things you can do, it infuses you and incites you to do even more. And just how excited you get about it. Like, wow, I couldn't even plank. I couldn't even get down and do this. And now I'm like, I'm planking, like, for this many minutes or whatever. And I'm like, that's really what happens with consistent action. I really appreciate you sharing this formula with everyone because a lot of times we start and we stop. We do a little bit and then we stop and say, oh, that didn't work for me. Oh, you know what? I'm in this program. I really didn't do everything they said to do, but it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. And so we start and stop. But consistency is really what makes this thing go round because consistency creates a track record. And you practice and you practice. And finally, you're like, oh, this is easy. And you move on to the next thing. So consistent action, I really like that because a lot of things we do is not as consistent as we say it is.
Yeah, no, consistency is I know for sure is my thing. I mean, it's almost even in my pulpit chick world, you pray and if it doesn't happen the first time or the second time, it's like, okay, well, that didn't work. And so but I mean, and that is why, as my father would say, his favorite book says, pray without ceasing. You have to be consistent with the process, along with walking, along with running, along with trying to reach a new goal. And so oftentimes I'll bring up, my food truck. I've had my food trailer for 8 years until, we had a brick and mortar. And so, 8 years, it didn't seem like 8 years because we were still just in the trenches making it happen. And we were just committed to the summertime. We were just committed to, doing events here and there. In fact, I will tell it myself, I said it was a hobby. I never wanted to fully commit that this was something I loved and adored and, could really make a viable income off of because I was afraid of failure and also afraid of what would happen if I failed. And so thankfully we didn't fail, but if I were committed the first 3 years, where would we have been? So, we happened to get fortunate within 8 years. It still took 8 years. It took 8 years, but it was a consistency that it was at our own pace. But I also understand that consistency can be what you make it. And so, my mom would tell me all the time, either you're going to make this easy for yourself, are you going to make it hard for yourself? And so I also say that to you. You have a goal. You have a plan. You can go the easy way and be consistent all the time, or you can go the hard way. And we know what Grandma said, a hard head makes a soft behind. So with that being said, we need to be consistently consistent so that we can get the results we want in a timely fashion. Because if you're anything like me, you're not patient. I'm not patient. I'm done.
I think we all
If I don't see
suffer from that a
results,
little
if
bit.
I don't see weight loss in a week, I'm done. So
Actually, I was speaking to someone and he was sharing with me how he became consistent with his workout routine. And one of the things that he said, which I found so interesting because, people have to do what works for them. But he said he just started working out every day and took out the choice of which day he would work out, which made him more consistent. So he just works out every day because he didn't want to say, I work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, then forget what day it was or not do it this day. So he just does it every day. And I said, what a way to make a great habit, just by doing something every day. And that's why one of the things that I always talk about is daily action. It's not what action that is, but it's daily action. Do something every day for your business, for your dream, for yourself. Every single day. And then you don't have to wonder, did I do it Wednesday or what am I doing next Thursday? Just do something every single day. And that consistency will really lead you to the results you want.
Absolutely. Captain Brown, go on back to class. See, she's doing something new. She endeavored in cosmetology after she retired. And, now she's sticking that out and she's going to continue to grow in that. We can't be afraid to try something new, something different, something that we enjoy and just keep up that consistent action. And like your friend said, he had to figure out, okay, this doing every other 2-3 days, that's not going to work. I have to do something every day. And that's similar to me. If I don't go out and do an outdoor workout, then I'll get on Apple Fitness and I'll do some. Oh, I'm promoting them. They didn't sponsor me yet. I'll do a fitness workout. And then if I don't do that, then I can also stretch. Stretching is a part of exercise. There's mindfulness practices. So there are different things that you can do to just make yourself mentally know you've checked the box on doing something healthy that day. Yeah. Even drinking more water. I'm getting to the point where I can get 100 liters down a day, which is like, whoa, because getting 32 was a challenge. But then I started building up to 50 and then I get the big jar, Serena, well, I don't know if you've used what Tamara sent us with the big jar.
I had water running all down my chin. I got muscles in my fingers from holding it.
Oh my goodness. Ciao.
At least I'm consistent when I find good things. I share them with my sister.
Yeah. And I appreciate you.
I did send you some big water bottles.
Right.
Yeah, big water to make sure that we can track like how much did you get through in the day. And of course, I used to complain about having to go to the restroom too often when you drink too much water. But you actually train your body. The more water you take, then you can still get it back on a regimen that you're not like every 2 seconds running to the restroom. It's all in the discipline that's required. When you use consistent action plus extended period of time, you get maximum results. So we're only sharing with you what we know to be true. And there are some areas that we're still tightening up, and there are other areas where we're spot on laser target. But this accountability show is to move you from just the process to actual progress. So you can dream, but start doing so you can get it done. That's really the goal.
Absolutely.
So I thought of gratitude, Tamara.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look, I done flipped through the book. I'm on the next page. Let me come back. See how excited I get about the journal? Okay.
Yeah. You're always consistently moving forward.
Okay. Thought of gratitude. I am celebrating the promise of possibilities as a result of the lessons learned from my past. And again, that consistent action becomes a lesson. It becomes a track record. You can learn from your track record and be inspired by your own self. When times get hard, and yes, they will get hard and stagnant, you think about that track record. You think about those consistent actions that you can take and use that to prepare you forward.
Absolutely. And then it's so important. Celebrate the promise.
Yes.
Of what possibilities. Once there's breath, there's hope. Once there's hope, there's a possibility. So just celebrate that. Do it. If 2020 didn't teach you anything, I hope it taught you that tomorrow is not promised. Hello. Like, it's time to do what you need to do. And even if you fail fast and fail forward.
Absolutely.
Because you will continue to get better. So I can't believe it's time for our children. I'm about to burst into like Broadway musicals. So long, farewell. I'll be this. Okay, who else loves Sound of Music?
I do. Look, I was Maria in my kindergarten play, so I know all the songs. Don't you make me break out.
Oh my goodness. Well, life's too short not to have fun. You got your dose of laughter. You have your endorphins that have been released as a result of watching Dream Do Done. So we've done our job for you because even that helps to burn calories, right? So every little thing counts. Every little thing counts. And congratulations, Stephen. That is an aspirational goal to think that I can run a marathon. I won't say I can't. It's an aspirational goal, but one that, I've done 5Ks and now I'm like, okay, it's time to stretch to the 10K and then to the half marathon. And it's all with just stretching yourself because you can really do anything you put your mind to with God's help is what I believe. So thank you for tuning in. I'm going to turn it over to the pulpit chick and then the how-to coach to close us out. It's Monday, people. Hope you filed your taxes, or at least you got an extension. And stay safe. Wash your hands. Wash your hands and wear your mask.
It's just not fair that you slide in all kind of jokes and all of a sudden I have to come in and act like as I have good sense. But nonetheless, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tamara. I hope that there was some value within the show today. And if anything else, that you will learn consistency, that you will at least begin to do something on a daily basis to help edify yourself, edify your career, move yourself forward, start going from the dream to the do to the done. I was the dreamer. I like to just talk about it, but my sisters got me doing to getting it done. And it took some pushing, but it also took consistency, and I am here because of them. So thank you both. And again, make it a great week, make it a consistent week. Just do one thing, 5 steps, 10 steps, do something.
So funny. Our younger sister, she's hilarious. So no, I hope that you enjoyed today's show as much as we did. And you all know I love my Z5B. So I do have to shout out because I saw my chapter president, Miss Charity Martin King, on here, which I hadn't seen before. So welcome to the show and welcome to seeing this. Shout out to GZZ. We love you. Thanks for your support for tuning in. Hope this isn't your last time. And I don't know if I haven't seen you before, but wanted to give you a shout out today. And just really, I hope you all have an amazing week. Again, that consistent action, just make sure that you're doing something every day for your business, for yourself, and just to move your dreams forward. I love it.
Thank you, Sora King. I didn't realize you were listening. Grateful. And look, before we close, did you see Stephen challenge to get me ready in 4 months? Y'all pray for me. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost.
Hey, we all may as well do it together.
We gonna train together. Y'all gonna train with me for 4 months?
Yeah, let's do it.
We can do it.
Serena, talk about let's do it.
Look, if Serena says let's do it, we need to when the show ends today, we need to make some plans.
No. Let me just tell you what it is. Y'all ain't gonna get skinny without me. You got to So it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Look, whatever motivates you. If it's a little bit of competition, let's do it.
All right, Stephen, it looks like we have publicly committed to training in the next 4 months. OMG.
And wait, and when it's said on Dreams Is Done, it happens. That's what we do.
It happens. Listen, I know that Tamara will come and show up at my job and say, let's race down the street. Let's see if you've been doing what you said you're doing. So ain't nobody got time for no challenge,
Well, Stephen said it's on. And if you know my brother like I know my brother, he's going to be like, all right, what's up, ladies? And he will talk trash. He will punk us, right? So we really got to get it done.
Mr. Steven, send us over to Regiment so we can get it. Because
right, it's on.
I talk trash. That's what we do. I mean, if you're serious, you'll send it over.
Serena, that we know behind the scenes, you all are getting a full taste today.
He got his shot. He can travel.
My brother. When I get my shot, it's on.
Oh my goodness, this is too much. Today's show has been brought to you live by Life. And we enjoy living it.
And people talking smack or the threat thereof.
Oh, I gotta love it. And I love you all. And it's Dream Do Done. One-ish. It's your favorite show every Monday. One-ish. Talk to y'all later.